Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mace, and welcome to Mace's UFO Podcast, Episode 3. And this time we're focusing on the Tsarichina Hole event that happened in Bulgaria in the 90s. Now, I thought this one was very interesting, even though it doesn't have a lot of verifiable information. I kind of like the Prometheus type angle that it had. And there were a few pictures, I think, that I found from when it happened, and there's also a mention of it in U.S. government documents, and I couldn't find the actual document itself, but there was a request for it. So anyway, without further ado, I will just leave you with the facts as I have them, and you can make up your own minds about it. Anyway, here we go. Now, Tsarichina is a village in western Bulgaria, located in the Kostin Brod municipality, and it's about 21 hours to get there from the US, and the time right now is about 7 hours ahead of Eastern time. And the temperatures are usually around the US Midwest type weather in this time of year. Now, the official reason for the start of the digging of the Tsarichina Hole was the apparent treasure that was buried there from Tsar Samuel, and he was the first Tsar of the Bulgarian Empire from 997 to 6 October 1014. From 977 to 997, he was a general under Roman I of Bulgaria, the second surviving son of Emperor Peter I of Bulgaria, and co-ruled with him, as Roman bestowed upon him the command of the army and the effective royal authority. Now, it was believed that his treasure was buried in Tsarichina, but I could not find a reason as to why people thought that. There must have just been some sort of secret map or something that somebody found, because I don't know where that information came from. All right, so the excavation of the area actually took place from December 6th, 1990 to November 19th, 1992. And like I said, it was for officially searching for the treasure of Tsar Samuel, but it was abandoned after 2 years due to financial concerns, and it was sealed over with concrete. And apparently, according to locals, the government just sort of came in out of nowhere and started working on the dig and wouldn't really tell them what's going on except that they weren't allowed in the area and they should return to their homes, which they thought was strange. But what you're seeing now are a lot of images from the dig, including the government presence there. And they're basically all the record of it that I could find online right now. I'm sure the government has longer videos and more images that I couldn't find, but this is what I could find of it. Now, apparently during that time, locals and foreign investigators reported the town had become a location for paranormal activity as soon as the digging started, and many reported, and some ufologists said that there were powerful beams of light that actually hit some people during the course of their investigation. And during the 2 year dig, more than one local claimed to have heard voices from the paranormal entity that apparently is inside the hole. And famed clairvoyant Baba Vanga was cited that the non human entity existed in the hole during a visit to the village and that they shouldn't dig any deeper and should leave it alone because it's of great importance to humanity. Now, apparently, according to this image that I found, the Bulgarian government called it Operation Sunray. I couldn't find anything with that name listed online aside from other YouTube videos. But like I said, the town became a hotspot for paranormal activity like the lights in the sky and being hit by the lights and people hearing voices. And apparently, even some of the soldiers down in the holes said they were attacked by things and lights and had seen strange things. So I guess after the 2 year period, they just finally decided that they had to abandon it because of all the attacks and weird things that have been happening. Now it's pretty much for certain thing that the government actually pulled something out of the hole. There's a lot of conspiracy theorists that have a lot of ideas about it. Some people think that it was the entity. Some people think they actually found the treasure and are just keeping quiet about it so they can keep it for themselves. and others think that they actually pulled some sort of big black triangle out of the hole that was maybe of extraterrestrial origin. But I've got a picture here that shows kind of like the black triangle and all that stuff from the time. Some records from the time from soldiers and other people working underground claim that there was actually a sealed tunnel with like an energy field through it, and had actually seen a door with some sort of weird runic symbols on it. Like that the whole tunnel seemed to vibrate with a strange kind of energy. Now, I couldn't really find anything else on paper that signified that, but I thought that was very strange. Now, BTV actually did a documentary on this in 2007 called the Tsarichina Project that actually revealed that most of the military documents surrounding the event had either disappeared, been taken, or had since been destroyed. I guess in order to cover up whatever they were actually doing there, which was pretty weird, I've got to admit. And I couldn't find any sort of record, government or otherwise, officially mentioning the event, just all these stories through folklore or anything else like that. Now, there was one thing that I did find, though, and that is for a listing for a FOIA request to the CIA on the event, and it actually mentions object number one, whatever that was that the Bulgarian government pulled out. And I found the document number, but I can't find the document anywhere online. So if anybody has it or has a link to it, that'd be great if you could post it in the comments. But yeah, I couldn't find anything else anywhere that officially mentioned that the event took place, aside from the few pictures that I did find. I don't really have any proof that any of it happened. And the Bulgarian film industry is actually making an upcoming movie on it called Triumph that's supposed to go deeper into the event, but be kind of a comedic take on it. But as for the lasting legacy of it, all we have is just a few stories about the possible entity down there that's maybe responsible for the creation of humanity, and them digging for the treasure and all the weird paranormal events that were supposedly experienced by all the villagers in that very small town there. But you can also go and visit and find this little rock with runes on it, and I guess not runes, but a different language if you want to go and visit there. But you won't be able to find the hole because it's since been covered up with cement, and may have even had grass and stuff seeded over it. So I honestly wanted this to be something that was a lot longer, but there just is not enough information out there on this event. So I think from my next video, I probably just, unless any of you have any really good suggestions on something that would allow me to make something longer, I would probably just gonna put a bunch of suggestions in a hat and maybe pick something out of there. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do yet, but I hope all of you enjoyed this information that I presented anyway, and it's given me a lot to think about. Let me know what you think in the comments. I really appreciate you watching, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a like or subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.